Hi everyone, it's Mr. Mitchell. This week in third grade through fifth grade, we learned our music rules. Before we learned about our rules though, we started our class with a fun movement activity called Tarzan, where I sing something pretending to be a character from the Tarzan story, and then you all sing something after me, being my echo. If you want to enjoy that particular part of our class, it's in the end of this video in the playlist on the Canvas page. This part of the video is going to be all about the music rules. I just want to remind everyone, if you want credit for this class, you have to, after you watch the class, you have to submit your Google practice log form with your parent to make sure that you confirm that you've been part of the class. If you want some music points, send me a picture or a video of you participating while you're watching this video. Okay, everybody, you're going to need a couple things for this class before we get started. You're going to need your hand. Good, everybody's got a hand. And you're going to need a pencil. You're also going to need a hard surface that you could beat on. We're going to be exploring different ways we can use our bodies and our pencils to make beats that sound something a bit like this. You see, as a drummer, I tap on things all the time to see if I can find different sounds that I really like. So I could use my hands to come up with something really cool. So check this out. Just like that. We're going to be exploring different things we can do with our hands and different things that we can do with pencils and other items that we have at home while we're learning virtually. But today we're going to learn about the music rules. So I want to give you about 15 seconds after I show you what to do to experiment with your hands and your pencils and your surfaces to see what you can come up with to make a beat. But first, let me show you how I'm doing this. So when I use my hand, I'm looking for a nice thump sound, a bass that's really going to take the place of the bass drum. I might use my fist. If I use my fist, though, I'm going to be careful not to hit too hard because you can break objects like that. I might use my palm heel, this part of my hand right here. I may use my knuckles to knock, but it will give a different sound. But I'm probably going to use this way because it gives a nice deep thump. Now for my pencil, I'm going to hold it like this, and I'm going to strike down this way. Now you can use your pencil other ways. You can tap like that or even like this. But I'm going to use my pencil like this for this activity because the long pencil hitting against the surface will give me more sound waves, so it'll be a nice loud snap sound. So hold your pencil like this, take a second and mess around with your bass hand just to see what I do. We'll take about 5 seconds just to play around with it. Now you can play around on your own. Okay, stop. Now take your pencil and just kind of mess around with it for a little bit. See what sounds you can come up with. Take about 5 seconds. Okay, everybody, that's how we do that. Now will you be my echo? Very good. Awesome. Now I'm going to say some of the rules here, and I'd like you guys to join me with those. So just kind of, I'm going to play the beat, and I'll play it a few times, and once you get it, join in with me. Good. Stop. How about this one? Awesome. So here's what we're going to do now. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to talk through each one of the music class rules. After we talk through them, I'll come back to the screen and I want you all, well, I'll show you a little beat to go with each one. So here we go. We'll go ahead and share my screen now. Let's see here. All right. Rule number one. Rule number one. Let me share this to make sure you got sound if we want it. Rule number one. Try every day. Try, 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 try every day. Now, I said try 4 times. That must mean it's very important. Now, what that means is when everybody's up singing and everybody's up dancing, I'm expecting you to be doing that too. You don't have to have your microphone on. I'll trust and I can see that you're doing it from home, but I want you to be engaged with the class. Don't just sit there and stare at the screen because this is a class and I want you to feel it with every part of your body, not just sit there and watch. Okay, so try, 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 try every day. It's going to go like this. I'm going to say it first, then I'm going to play it, and once you get it, you can play it with me. Try to try every day. Try to try every day. Try every day. Try to try every day. Try to try every day. Stop. All right. Very good. Second rule. Rule number 2. Always watch the conductor. Always watch the conductor. A conductor, boys and girls, is a musical leader, someone who uses their hands to instruct a music group on how to play things and what they want them to do. They might decide how fast or slow to go, or how loud or soft to play. They might have their players stand or sit or do various other things, and they use their hands or a baton to give them instructions. So in music class, I'm going to be your conductor unless I have someone else spotlighted to be the conductor, and you got to watch me to see what's going to come next. So for the beat, it's going to sound like this. Always watch the conductor. Always watch the conductor. Always watch the conductor. Always watch the conductor. Always watch the Very good. Okay. Moving on to rule number 3. Rule number 3 is an easy rule. You've been practicing it since kindergarten, and that is raise your hand to have a turn. Now, in music class, there's a couple different ways to raise your hand. You could actually raise your hand on your screen, which I might not see, or you could go down to the participant list and click on it, and that will bring up some options. And if you look over on this side of your screen, you'll see a list of everybody in the meeting. At the very bottom, you'll see a little hand icon, and that's the raise hand icon. So if you click on that, I'll know that you're raising your hand on Zoom, and I'll know to call on you. But if you can't find it, you can always raise your actual hand or send me a message through the chat that you would like a turn. So raise your hand to have a turn. Okay. Now, to do raise your hand to have a turn, the beat looks like this. Raise your hand to have a turn. 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 Okay, stop. All right, rule number 4. Rule number 4. Watch others when it's their turn. Watch others when it's their turn. That means when somebody else is talking or presenting, your microphones are muted, you have your listening ears on, you're not talking while they're talking, you're really paying attention to what they're saying, what they're doing, because they're showing you what to do. We're not over to the side playing video games or doing something else or working on something for another class. I really want you to be present in music class and really, really paying attention to what we're doing, because I don't want you to miss anything. So watch others when it's their turn. Here's the beat for that. We're going to mostly use our tap hand, but we're going to use one big thump at the end. Here's how it goes. Watch others when it's their turn. Watch others when it's their turn. Watch others when it's their turn. Stop. All right, one last one. I know that you guys have been beating on things and fidgeting with things all class because I've asked you to, but I probably need to make a rule about it. So here we go. When it comes to instruments, any and all instruments, whether that be pencils or rhythm sticks or anything that you might have gotten from Love That Music, only play those instruments when I ask you to. I don't want them to become a distraction. If you're playing with them and you're fidgeting with them and you're not really able to fully listen, then that will make it hard for you to follow directions and know what's coming next. So only play the instruments when you are asked. The beat for it's pretty simple, so what we'll do is I'll show it to you slow, and then we'll do it really fast. Only play the instruments when you are asked. 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 All right, we got it. Let's do it quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only play the instruments when you are asked. Only play the instruments when you are asked. Faster. Done. Okay, very good, very good. Thank you all for sharing the music rules with me today. After this video, stay tuned for the Tarzan song if you want to sing and dance with it. Remember, if you want credit for a music class, you have to go to the music Canvas page for your grade level, and you have to make sure that you and a parent fill out the practice log. If you want to get some bonus music points for participating in music class, all you have to do is send a picture of you participating in the virtual music class that you watched, or a video of you participating while you're watching the music class. So it's 1 point for picture, 2 points for video if you want to send one, but the sending a picture or video is optional. But if you want credit, you do have to submit that practice log. All right, everybody. I hope to see you in person next week, but if not, look out for that video next Friday of next week's lessons. Stay tuned if you want to sing and dance to Tarzan. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you later.